Okay, so really cute front door. And then the yard and garden area. Okay, so that's the main entrance. The other one goes into a back room. So there is a gate here. Okay, it's a metal gate. It's got secured. Obviously, somebody's had pets in here before. Really lush, gorgeous, just super fun, shady. Um, all kinds of beautiful things going on. There's a little water feature, a fountain, and a perfect sitting area. The only thing is it's maybe a little so lush that it might not have enough really specific like doggy area where they could go. So you might need to think about that a little bit because it's just so full here. There's one little back area here. There's another gate. And then this whole alley is also blocked off on the other end. Probably not the greatest doggy area because it's just so small. But I don't know. I'll let you guys figure that out. Radon mitigation system in place. That's good. That's one thing not to worry about. A little bit of condition issues on the stucco. The windows look pretty well taken care of, but they're wood, they're historic. And like I said before, they are not going to let you replace those anytime soon. I mean, that could be a conversation that you can have with historic, but I'm just saying right now, I don't think that's going to be a thing because it's contributing. And then this driveway entrance is shared with the place in the back, 339 and a half, which also sold not too long ago. We can look that up and get some info on it. And this is a big enough parking area that honestly, if you trimmed a few things back, you could squeeze two cars next to each other in here, and or maybe one behind it. So there would still be room for the neighbor to get in and out. Those people are full-time, by the way. They live here full-time. Again, the stucco could use a little TLC. The exterior wood right there on that beam could use a little TLC. Gas meter, electric meter have both been updated. There's a water spigot there. Little spot for the barbecue. And then there's no gate right here, but I don't know if you really need one. It's just kind of like a little storage area. Maybe you could put a shed or something in there. The windows are not bad. There's another stucco crack that needs a little bit of attention. And then here's your AC unit, which is older, but it's working. I asked them to turn it on, and it's nice and comfortable in the house. That's the back entrance. And let's go in the main entrance. Again, you can see lots of big trees, lots of shade, but it's still light and bright in the house. Love the hardware there. Really cool door. Nice hardware, beautiful room and upon entry. It's definitely Adobe. There's no Vigas or anything, which is a little bit shocking because you would think that would be present on a house of this age, which is I think around 1940. Let me see what my paper says. And what is it? 1920. Oh, it's even older. Okay, so this is the same vintage as my house on Santa Fe Avenue. Wood floors, and there's ductwork underneath. There is a crawl space access and which probably was the original cellar, the root cellar. You did ask about some of the caulking around the fireplace. I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but yes, it's caulked. Really, just cool details here. Not sure if that gets used very much. These people are here in the summertime, and then they go back to wherever, Texas, I think, when it's not so hot. And they rent it out for $3,600 a month, furnished, long-term, throughout the rest of the time when they're not here. So just good information to have. This is really just very classic. The white baseboards, the white trim around the doorways. I think all of the internal walls are also Adobe. So we're passing through into the kitchen, which is lovely. It's probably been updated, but I love the cabinet colors. The ceiling height is the same throughout the whole house, and it's about 9 feet. There's some cool tile work there. And then that fun sink, like a farm-style sink, and a set-top gas. And then your oven's down below, and then there's also another fun pass-through here that goes to the hall where the main bedroom is. And then these windows, which were probably originally outside the house, but this got added on or enclosed along the way. This is just really a fun little nook that is the dining room, clearly. It's got two windows that are facing south. You know, honestly, Mark, the windows are fine. They're single pane, but you know, you could have somebody refurbish them, but won't let you replace them. So this turns out to be like a little office area. There's a built-in here, and then underneath those chairs is the access to the basement. So I'm not going to be able to get into there, but apparently you just pull that panel off. There's a ladder that gets you down in there. So it's probably not very usable, except for maybe you can store some things down in there. And then this is the second door, the entrance from the back. Here's your pantry. This is nice, okay? And then here's all your information. Baggies and wraps. So that's part of the rental process. And then just some more storage up here. Ooh, lots of chips. I love this door because it's got one pane of glass in it. Oh, I see. I was trying to close it, and then they have that. Oh, laundry. Yeah, I didn't see the laundry before. These are smaller units, but, you know, I think that's fine for two people living here. And then they have some information on that there. You guys can pause on that. Oh, that is interesting. There. Very clever. So a little slide out that just tucks back in that little nook there and hides away all that sort of stuff. In here is the furnace and the hot water heater. It's a little bit tricky because there's some things in the way here. It seems like that's a new-ish model. I can't tell on the hot water heater, but it looks new-ish too. I really don't have any concerns about either one of those units. It's just the condenser outside that looks like maybe a little bit old. Yeah, these are the same windows I have at Santa Fe Avenue, okay? So they've got the counterweights inside, these little small latches on here, and then the screens that you hook in from there. You know, that's something you could take off in the winter if you wanted, or just leave them on so you don't end up losing them. And then a little desk space here. Nice. It's like a little bonus room. You got a built-in refrigerator, and there's no steps in the house, but there's like just a little tiny threshold right there. The wood floors are really pretty. I love them. So primary bedroom in the back. So it's a little bit more, less light in the front. There's a lot of really good light coming in through this room here. Bathroom in the middle. Closet on that side. Here's your sheets, towels, and pillows. The linen closet and some drawers storage. Love the doors. The doors did never get painted, so they're original stained wood with really cool hardware on them. This is kind of like a TV room. It's maybe her office too. It feels really comfortable in here because the air conditioning is on, and that's really a fantastic thing to have in a house that's built in 1920. It's a fun room. It's got a light blue on one wall. I love all the blue colors on the outside, the trim that's painted. Very classic. And then you have a small closet here. It's not huge, but you got room to, there's hanging stuff, there's built-in, so it's organized, or you can organize it. And then they just have a daybed set up in here, which is probably a trundle, so that maybe could pull out for guests. And also, I think anything that you see as far as the furniture goes will be also for sale. This is going back over into the kitchen, and there's a fun little, yeah, I guess it's for the toilet paper because you can't really store much more in there. It's very, very shallow. And then this is a good sized closet here where they have a lock on this door. So I imagine they keep all their personal stuff in there when they're not here and they rent it out. Really good sized room, great light. We've got northeast facing windows. There's one beam in here, okay, so that's a little bit of a change, and the color is like a very light almost yellowish, but kind of an off-white too. It's really lovely. Maybe like a cream, I guess. Maybe that's a better way to describe it. There's your return vent up there. Again, there's ducting in the floors. Everything looks to be in order. There's no things that I see that are, need really immediate attention. The floors change a little bit in this closet, and we don't really know why that happened, but it's a good sized closet. You've got some built-in drawers here, natural light from that one window there. She's got a lot of stuff in there, but you can see that it can hold a lot of stuff too. So again, another classic door here. The bathroom, super fun on the tile, on the floor. I was looking at the pictures from when it sold in 2010, and this has not changed very much. At least the layout has. Like this whole setup was already here, and the way that the shower kind of indents there was all already there as well. Maybe they retiled everything. I couldn't really tell because the pictures weren't the greatest. But it's a good sized bathroom. Oh, and something's behind here. Let's not forget this. It's a little makeup counter. Yeah, perfect. And they have some hooks up for towels and stuff. And there's another rack here. And then that's probably like a heater, like a ceramic plug-in heater. There's one little mirror over here, one little mirror over here. Nice light, but you're still private, okay? The wall is very high, so it's not like you're not like flashing the world. There's only one sink, but it's cute as heck. And then you've got some cabinets underneath. All in all, it's fun. Here's another cabinet here, too. So that's pretty much it. I can't show the basement, but that's okay. We don't really need to see it since there's no mechanicals down in there or anything. I'm gonna say this is kind of a cream, but more of a yellow out here. So as far as the dogs go, there's no direct access from the house to the yard. You'd have to let them out the front door and then put them back through that gate there. But maybe that's something you could try to figure out. I don't know. But at least the fact is that they have a spot, and it would be secure for them too. So it's really gorgeous. It's really fun. It's got a lot of character. Definitely a good possibility here. So I'm going to go upload this right away so you guys get the information fast. Thanks for watching.